Hey guys, just Chanel here. So I am back with another meal prep video. We are going to be making some salmon and tilapia. I'll also be preparing some shrimp, but I'm going to do it off camera because I have a shrimp salad video. If you haven't seen it yet, be sure to check it out. I will be preparing this shrimp the exact same way that I did in that shrimp salad video. So I will link that in the description box. But today we're going to be making a lemon herb tilapia and then like a sweet, I don't even know what to call it. I'm using like orangey and gingery, like sweet flavors, I guess, for my salmon. So I'm going to let my salmon marinate for about 20 to 30 minutes before I put it in the oven. And then I guess the same thing for my tilapia. Let's go ahead and just hop right into it. I have a lot of fresh items out right now. Some onion, garlic. This is some tangelo, like orange mandarin, whatever you want to call it. It's so yummy. Brown sugar, it's almost a quarter cup. Some red sweet peppers, or you can just use like red bell pepper is fine. And then lemon, that's the other half of my orange. Some fresh herbs, whatever you have on hand. And then I'll also be using some soy sauce and just my regular seasoning, so like garlic, onion, ginger, Italian seasoning, salt, and pepper. I have some veggies over here. I won't be cooking these on camera, but maybe I'll make like a separate veggie prep video because of course we have to eat our veggies with every meal. So let's go ahead and get started on our marinade. We'll do our salmon first. I'm going to be adding some soy sauce, so just a few dashes of soy sauce. I kind of came up with this recipe in my head. That's kind of more than a few dashes, but you know, make it good. So we won't be adding salt to this, and you guys know that I don't really like use a ton of salt in my food because I actually substitute with like salty flavors such as soy sauce or hot sauce or barbecue sauce or something like that. But anyway, now we're also going to add the onion and garlic. And oh yeah, so we'll be using the majority of like all these fresh items for the salmon. The tilapia is going to be a kind of like a dry seasoning, but I am cooking both of these in the oven at 350, and I think that they'll probably get done around the same time because the salmon is really thin. This is wild caught Atlantic salmon, and I purchased it from Aldi, like frozen. I usually get like farm raised salmon, but of course it's not the best for you. I just get it because that's like what's more common, I guess. But this is really, really cheap at Aldi. I got a bag, I think it was 4 fillets. They are kind of thin, but it was only like $5 and change. And then my tilapia, I got 4 frozen in a bag, and it was, I want to say like $3 and change, like super cheap. Be sure to check out my Aldi haul, and I have like the exact prices there. So then we're gonna add our red sweet peppers, and then we'll add some, oh, I lost the pepper. Okay, and then we're gonna add the cut up mandarins. I'm gonna kind of squeeze these a little bit as I put them in, but I do want them to kind of stay whole, but just kind of mush them up a little bit in your hand as you know, put them in there. Then I'll be grabbing half of the other half of the orange and squeezing some of the juice. Now, I'm probably going to eat the rest of this, so I don't want to squeeze all of it out. I'm probably going to have this when it, like, as if this food is cooking because I need a snack. And the brown sugar. So, how I do my marinades, like some people make their marinade first and then put their, like, whatever they're marinating in there. I kind of just throw it all in there. I don't know if there's, like, an actual way to do it, but, you know, a right way. But this is my right way. Next, I will be adding some orange peel. So just a little bit of that, and this is definitely not a necessity. It's just going to give it more of an orangey flavor. Then some garlic powder and onion powder. I don't want to use like too much seasoning on this because I really want the natural flavors to, you know, come out in the fish. And then, I mean, the pieces are but so big. I'm also using some minced onion and garlic. So we're just going to put that on there. Ginger, I'm going to use quite a bit of this. Well, not quite a bit, but I guess that's a lot for our size fillets, just because I do want a nice gingery flavor. And then some pepper. Now, we don't need any salt, and I won't be using the Italian seasoning for this dish. I'm going to do a little bit more ginger. And then I'm just gonna mix this all up with my hand. Like make sure your fish doesn't break, but you know, like get everything nice and mixed together. Coat your fish with your brown sugar and make sure it has their soy sauce on there. Make sure your seasonings are all, you know, together and on your fish. And I'll be letting this sit for about 20 to 30 minutes. Alrighty, and then for our tilapia, we will be using some fresh herbs. So I have some rosemary and thyme here. I was gonna use dill, but I usually like dill for my salmon, so I kind of just quickly changed my mind. Anyway, so we're just gonna put this all over. And then of course, if you don't have fresh herbs, just use Italian seasoning. And even if you wanna like kind of wet your Italian seasoning first, I know it sounds weird, but I don't know, it like makes the flavors come out more or something. Now I'm using the dried Italian seasoning, and I'm gonna put quite a bit on there. I'm also going I'm gonna move this bowl over here so you guys can see. I'm gonna use some minced garlic and minced onion. Now for this one, we will be using a little bit more seasoning since we don't have really like a wet sauce. It's more of like a wet marinade. It's more of a dry rub. Some pepper. And we will be using just a tiny bit of salt. Like when I say a tiny bit, like do you see that? That's how much. So just some salt. And then our ground onion and garlic powders. And then we're gonna add some lemon juice. So just half of a lemon. And sometimes I like to even cook like the lemon with it. You can add like garlic and onion if you want to, but I'm not doing that to mine. So the awesome thing about like the fish, cooking fish, is it's really quick. The flavors soak in fast. Now, of course, you don't have to, like I'm doing 2 each of these. That's because I cook my food every like other day. I like to meal prep. But if you are not like me and you need to kind of meal prep for like 4 days at a time, just cook more. You know, you can always cook, you know, 5 fillets of each if you need to, if you just want to eat like nothing but seafood for the week. It's really up to you. So this is just what I'm doing for today because I'll be eating this today and tomorrow. But you know, do what works for your life. So I'm just gonna mix that up a little bit. And that's pretty much it. This is gonna be like really herby and of course lemony. Just gonna let it sit for about 5 minutes, and then I will be putting it on this like baking tray here. It looks dirty, but I promise it's not. I already put olive oil on there, so I'll be putting the tilapia on this baking tray and just cooking it on 350, like not covered or anything, just in the oven. And then I'm gonna put my salmon in this pan, and I put olive oil and butter in here because I'm actually going to put my squash in the bottom of this pan and cook my salmon and squash all together. All right, guys, so this is my salmon here. I let it marinate for about 20 to 30 minutes, and then I just threw it in this pan, put a bunch of squash around it. This is like frozen squash that I cut up. And then I put all the goodies on top. I'm gonna cover it with foil and cook it for about 15 minutes because I don't want it to overcook, maybe even less than that. And then this is my tilapia, and I'm just gonna throw it right in the oven like this. All right, this is our tilapia. It cooked a lot faster than the salmon. Alright y'all, so this is the finished product. I put the salmon on broil for about the last 5 minutes of cooking time because since my squash was frozen, there was a lot of moisture liquid at the bottom, and I just kind of wanted to soak that up a little bit. So if you're using fresh vegetables, there's no need to do that, but this is how it looks. And then my tilapia over here, I already ate half of this piece, and I'm gonna eat half of a piece of salmon. And this is going to be my lunch for today and tomorrow. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and make sure you subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up, especially if you'd like to see more meal prep videos such as beef, pork, veggies, breakfast ideas, desserts. I mean, I have a full list of things. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.